Hi everyone, I'm Gabriel Zamora and thank you so much for watching. So I have a second room in my apartment. I decided to treat myself and get a 2-bedroom apartment. I have a beauty, office, walk-in closet, and I've been fixing it. I'll probably do a tour of that. Probably not my whole apartment, but I'll do a tour of that once it's done. So in the process, I'm getting rid of a ton of makeup that has just been sitting in my drawers for a while. And I remember a while back, I had watched this video by Tati, Queen of videos. She made this video where she got rid of eyeshadow palettes that she no longer used. And I'm like, oh my God, wait, why is that like the coolest thing to do? You make a YouTube video out of it to where you get rid of certain products and then you keep certain products and then you explain why you get rid of it and why you keep it. So it's basically you either keep it or you don't, Gabriel. So I'm basically stealing Tati's idea, but giving her credit. I'm gonna be doing an eyeshadow purge for this video. And I think it'd be fun, like little series of videos like foundations, concealer, powders, highlights, all that kind of stuff, which is kind of fun because I feel like my job is makeup. So I have to constantly be like rotating stuff in and out. So if you want to know exactly what eyeshadow palettes I'm getting rid of, then keep on watching. So these are my go-to staple eyeshadow palettes that I always use because I'm like, it's a good neutral. And then yeah, so these are my two NARS ones, just for different colors. It's really fun. And I like to put my foundation on top of this one. I've had this one forever. This is a Narcissus NARS Loaded palette, and this is the Wanted palette. Both really, really good. Obsessed. Keeping those. Okay, you guys, first palette. Morphe. This is old packaging. I should probably get rid of it because it's old packaging. This palette, I don't know what palette this is. 35F palette. I think I'm gonna give it to my sisters and my mom because it's actually a really pretty palette, but I wanna really play with the newer formulas for Morphe, and I've never actually really played with this eyeshadow palette. I just have swatched it. So I'm not gonna keep it, but I will be giving it to my siblings. To my sister. Next palette, 35O palette. That's a pretty palette. I'll probably give them that one too. I have the new one. I'm not gonna give them the new one. Why would I give them the new one? Ooh, the Carly Bible Deluxe Edition palette. Her highlights are so pretty. They're a little bit chunky, but very good, especially for the price point since it is BH. Oh. That's actually really beautiful. And the eyeshadows are just as pigmented. They're great neutrals. Will I use it a lot? Probably not. Sorry, BH and Carly Bible, but it's actually a really good palette. I just personally never use it, and it's big. If you like neutrals, great. If you like different types of highlights, great. If your job is to constantly try stuff out and you have it in your drawer for like months on end and you haven't used it, pass. Okay, next palette. Ooh, the Tarteist Pro palette. Oh, I've used this. Oh, but this is old. It smells so good. This is such a good palette. It is an old palette, you guys. Am I gonna get rid of it? No, I don't want to. I should. I'm not gonna get rid of it. No, that one's too good of a palette. Oh my God, Violet Voss and Lara Lay. I actually am keeping this, you guys. So I have a little clear box, almost like a shadow box of all my friends' collabs. Like I have Patrick's nail polish. I have Patrick's now MAC collection in there. I have Manny's Ofra collection. I have the Laura Lee Violet Voss palette. I have her ColourPop palette in there. I have a strand of Nikita's wig in there because that was a collaboration. She did collab with someone. And I have my lipstick in there. It's almost like a friend's collaboration. I have Sydney's brown lipstick that she did with Nude Sticks. So it's like a fun little like drawer of collaborations that my friends have done that I don't per se now use, but I really want to keep. So I don't always use this palette, and it is a really good palette, but I keep it more so as like a memory. So I'm keeping that one. Oh, fun little fact too. Well, Laura did a testing out fake makeup video, and we went literally to downtown LA and they had this palette there. So they had like the fake one, the mock one, and like on the back of it, it had her photo, it has her signature, had everything. We're like, oh, look at you, girl, you're so famous. Okay, next one. Oh, this is fancy. This is Marc Jacobs. It's a lot of light colors. Like I don't really use it. I used it one time when I did a purple eye look. I really liked it. Am I gonna use it again? Probably not. I'm not even gonna lie to myself. Maybe I'll give it to my mom. My mom loves bougie little makeup. I'll give it to her. She'll probably use it. She'll be like, oh my God, it's new. And I'm like, it's actually very old. Next one. This is another Violet Voss palette, you guys. But this is the one that I actually keep on my makeup stand. So at home, I have certain makeup products that I always have out on my counter. And I like to use this one because it is like just the essential taupes and nudes. Whenever I wear makeup, but I don't wear makeup type of look where it's just like a brow and a little bit of shadow, I like to use a more taupey brown as opposed to a warm brown because it doesn't look like actual eyeshadow. It doesn't look like you put bronzer in your eye. It just looks like discoloration, if that makes sense. Like that kind of like darker. I really like that. That's what I like to achieve, that like sultry, somber look. I don't really use these colors, these like shimmery colors, but sometimes I do for like an event. So I'm keeping this one because it's actually really good. Violet Voss palettes, you guys, like the quality, so are good. Do you remember this palette, you guys? It's actually really cool. I like that it's clear. I remember I used this in one of my like favorite eyeshadow palettes, like my top eyeshadow palettes, but since then I haven't really used it much. It's a really good like color story. I am obsessed with the fact that this is clear. I'm just gonna give it to my sisters. Okay, up next, Valavav's Holy Grail palette. Oh, this is a used and abused palette. Like these are just colors that you constantly use. So this was a really good palette. I don't reach for it anymore. I don't use it anymore. So I'm probably gonna pass on it because Valavav's has come out with like really cool like eyeshadow palettes since then. So unfortunately, Holy Grail, as good as you are, I'm gonna get rid of you. Too Faced Glitter Bomb eyeshadow palette. The packaging is really cool because the glitter in here, who the fuck is texting me? I'm such a dumbass, I have an iPad. I was like, who, how? I have an iPhone X, you guys. I should do a what's in my phone video. If you want me to do a what's in my phone video, I'm gonna put a little question right here. Let me know yes or no. I remember one time I showed y'all what I had on there and I have this one file called Whore, W-H-O-R-E, like Tinder, Bumble, Grindr type of folder. And it just all goes right there. And somebody clocked it, somebody screenshotted, zoomed in and they're like, Gabriel, what is this? I'm like, okay. So I won't clean it, but let me know. So this palette, Too Faced, pass, unfortunately. Really good. This shadow was really cool. I actually used this for my Dead Nikita Dragon video where I was the pink Dead Nikita Dragon. I used some of these colors, but not enough to actually keep it. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so this palette, the 24G. Oh, those are the names. Okay, Morphe, I don't like this. That these things have the names, but the actual palette doesn't have the name. Is there somewhere else we can put them? I mean, when I use it at home, I'm not even gonna, well, whatever. This is the third 24G by Morphe. I just really liked their like promo photos. Like this is part of the new Morphe. Like they've upped everything, the packaging, the quality of the shadows, even the photo shoots. Honestly, when I first saw this, I thought it was crispy. This one is really good, you guys. The pans are huge. Like not enough browns for me, if that makes sense. I'm gonna try to play with it just because it's a really beautiful palette. Will I use it a lot? Probably not. But will I use it? Yes. And the only reason why I say that is because the next palette is actually one of my obsessions. This is the Dare to Create 39A palette by Morphe. And I'm just obsessed with it. If you follow me on Snapchat, I've talked about it. On my Snapchat, you guys, I don't like to do a lot of like unboxings anymore and like PR unboxings unless it's really cool. I feel like my Snapchat, I'm like just a little bit more like relaxed and like ratchet. I don't like to always promote too much stuff. I only really promote stuff on Snapchat if I'm obsessed with it or if it seems really cool to me. But if it's like a, oh, I got this in PR, I'm not really gonna put it on Snapchat. I'll put it like on IG stories or something. But this is everything. All these browns, they're huge and I'm obsessed with it. And I've been actually playing with these a lot. Just like, even then, like I play with them a lot and it doesn't even look like it. This is not what I actually have on my eyes, even though it looks like I could have created this look with this palette. This is not it. That's actually gonna be the Kristen Leanne Urban Decay palette that I'll show you later on. But this palette, yes, obsessed, keeping, just obsessed with this palette. Okay, first, this is my first Natasha Denona palette. Natasha Denona. Okay, see, this is kind of cool. They have the plastic with the names. It like helps protect from the mirror, if that makes sense, and make sure that like it doesn't get too messy, which I really like. So I like that the plastic is on there. I remember at first when Natasha Denona was like really coming up, people were like, why is this plastic thing on there? Now I get it, now I like it. I bought this at Sephora, and the reason why I'm not throwing it away because these palettes are ridiculously expensive. They're so expensive, but so good. God, the quality is just amazing. So I'm not throwing this away. I don't use these colors all the time. I'm gonna try because this was really expensive. So, and I actually paid for this one. And I like the little packaging, it has little stars. Another Natasha Denona palette. This one I'm definitely keeping. This is the Sunset palette. This one I did get for free in PR after they saw that I was so obsessed with the other one. I was like, but this is a really good palette. It's just beautiful, it's warm. It's just everything that I've ever wanted in my entire life. Well, not everything that I've ever wanted, but you know, just a really beautiful palette. I have been keeping this in my drawer simply because I wanted to get rid of it. This is the Urban Decay Cosmetics Naked Smoky Eye palette. And the reason why I wanna get rid of it is because I genuinely have never used it. I just don't use it, you guys. I got this one for free from Patrick Starr. He had like 3 at his house and he's like, do you want one? And this was when like Patrick first had moved here. I wasn't really on PR and he gave it to me. I was like, yes. Never used it. It's like swatched a couple times because I have swatched it, but I've never used it. So yeah, that's gonna be a no-no. And this is probably expired. Yeah, 24 months. Remember guys, eyeshadows expired. Yeah, it takes 2 years, but this has probably been 2 years. I moved to LA in like no. Yeah, 2015, but by the end of 2015. So by the end of 2018, I'll probably be at 3 years in LA. This one is gonna go, I just don't use it. Okay, up next, oh my God, this is one of my favorite palettes. I'm not getting rid of it. This is the Style by Rouge Tarte palette. When this came out, this was, I think, the first palette that smelled like chocolate from Tarte. This was literally my first PR product from Tarte. Like from Tarte, they had like reached out. They're like, we'd love to send you PR. And I was small. I wanna say I was at like 30,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah, I think I was like 30 when like Tarte reached out to me. So thank you, Tarte. I am obsessed with this palette. As you can tell, this little gray one was everything to me. Kitty is the most beautiful brown because it blends out so light and so soft, even though it looks dark. Pinch, beautiful peach color. This is the best blush that I've had in a very long time. If I were to cheat on Peaches by MAC, it would be Cheeky by Style by Rouge and Tarte. And then Royal, Smitten. The Bliss one had broken. I actually never really used it. It was like this golden color, it broke off. I'm not getting rid of this palette. This is like everything. I still use it sometimes. Oh, this little palette. Okay, this is the CoverGirl True Naked palette. If we wanna talk about affordable eyeshadow palettes, this is super affordable. If you haven't checked out my video where I did a full face of CoverGirl, not sponsored, I wanna try that more this year. But yeah, this eyeshadow palette, so good. This green and gold are my obsession. The purple and blue are probably really good. I just never really used them. I'm wondering if you could create this look with this palette. You probably could, because it's like the blue, and if you put some of that white on top of it, it makes it that light blue, and then the purple you just carry out into the outer corner, mix it in with that black, then you put in the green on the inner corner, add some white on top of it to lighten it, make it more that lime green. Yeah, you can actually create this look with this eyeshadow palette, and it's good. And it's in like designed by Pat McGrath. And I mean, it's Pat McGrath. Like, I have to keep this. Oh my God, this is the Jouer Skinny Dip Ultra Foil Shimmer Shadows that I never used. So beautiful, so pretty. I didn't like the colors. The colors just didn't scream to me. Beautiful quality. Like, look, I wanna just get this Magic Hour one, this one right here. Just pigment beyond belief. Like, that's pigment. That's pigment. Yeah, so as pigmented as it is, I'm gonna have to pass on it. Sorry, Jouer. Beautiful palette, just not for me. If there's any palette that I did pass on or any palette that I kept and you have the opposite feeling on it, even if I pass on a palette, it doesn't mean that it's a bad palette. It just means that I, per se, just don't want it anymore. I don't wanna bash any of the products because I'm like, I know how much work seeing from like friends, not firsthand. Like, I've never created a palette like that, but seeing like my friends create makeup brands and also do major collaborations with brands, I know how much work goes into it, so I'm not trying to bash anyone. Like, if it's a shitty like eyeshadow palette, I probably wouldn't even be here. Like, these are eyeshadow palettes that I was like, wow, I loved at one point, and I kept. Some of the products that I didn't use, I was like, wow, what a good palette. Kept it, never used it, but it was a great quality, so keep that in mind. Now let's do some quick ones. Let's do quick ones. Tarte Double Duty Beauty Happy Girls Shine Brighter. Well, this is cute. This is pretty. It doesn't even look used or swatched. Cute palette. Probably won't use it. The IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty Essentials palette. I got this one when I was in New York with IT Cosmetics. I'm just a bronzier person. A lot of these shadows are like very light and those just don't read well on my skin tone. But this brown's pretty, but it's not enough for me to keep it, so I'm gonna pass on it. Oh my God, I remember this palette. I was so obsessed with this palette. And it smells so good. This is the Man Eater palette by Tarte Cosmetics. I was obsessed with this palette because it smelled so good. It was so brown. This is my kind of palette. Even though these are a little bit too light for me, these browns were just everything. The gold, this like gold, oh, it was just a good palette. I'm probably gonna keep this one, and especially because it's like really tiny. It's like a little tiny baby palette. 12 months. Oh fuck, this is expired. Okay, I have to get rid of it, whatever. Okay, next, another Tarte palette. This is the Tarte Make Magic Happen Amazonian Clay eyeshadow palette. This is such a different eyeshadow palette. Do you see that? Like, there's not much separation, which is interesting. Oh, fuck, that's creamy. Wow. Keeping that one. Oh my God, MAC Mariah Carey. Beautiful packaging, I remember this. I more so kept this for the packaging. I never really used these colors, but this packaging is just stunning. I might send it to my mom, she might use it. Literally sending it all to my mom. She's gonna be like, stop sending me shit. Okay, up next, this little trio. Well, I'll probably keep it just to be safe. These are the eyeshadows that I used for my Dead Nikita Dragon video. Beautiful, loved it. Too many pinks though. Then we have Smashbox Bold Eye Palette. This is the blue one. Shea Mitchell was part of this campaign. These are all bold colors. That's literally why I keep it, you guys, because it's so bold. So whenever I want a bold color, I go to this one. So can someone make like a bold eyeshadow palette? This one's kind of old and not that many people make bold eyeshadow palettes. Still gonna keep it in until I find a good replacement. Larly's Cat's Pajamas. Keeping, love, everything. Obsessed, keeping this. This is the Jouer Springtime in Paris Matte and Shimmer Eyeshadow Palette. Beautiful, never used it. I don't think I even swatched it. It's such a beautiful palette. Let's swatch one color. Let's swatch the blue. Oh, the purple one's actually really creamy. See, like that's creamy, beautiful, but the blue is like rough. I'm probably gonna get rid of it. Oh my God, Patrick Star, keeping this. Patricia, oh my good. Love, 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 love this. Charlotte Tilbury. I did a video with this just for shits and giggles. It was not sponsored. I did get it for free, you guys, from Charlotte Tilbury's team. I'm probably gonna keep this because I actually do use these colors. I might keep this like on my counter, but I don't use these colors. You know what? I went to an event and they said that they had different colors. I might look into it and like buy the other one. So keep. I'm keeping more than I'm throwing away. The whole point of this was to get rid of stuff. Oh my God, Natasha Denona. Keeping this because this is expensive beyond belief. Only thing that sucks is if you do buy these, I have another one and I think I got rid of it. And it was the one with the baby blue color, so beautiful. They fall out and this one actually fell out. It didn't crack, thank God, but it did fall out. It's a beautiful quality product. Keeping that one. Another Patricia, keeping. Then we have Marc Jacobs, the Social Butterfly Palette. I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't use these colors. It almost reminds me of the Urban Decay Smoky palette. I just don't use it. It looks a lot warmer here in these like little photos than it actually does in person. It looks a lot lighter. So I'm gonna pass on that one. And that's Marc Jacobs. I'm telling you, I'm just probably gonna send everything to my mom and my sisters. The Dreamer palette. Prettier. Will I use it? Probably not. Oh, let me just show you guys what I have on my eyes. This is the Kristen Leanne Urban Decay palette. One thing that I will say, very pigmented, but not very loose, like the Anastasia Subculture palette. That one was like, pfft. This one just has fallout. One thing that I really regretted doing when it comes to this eye was doing my eye after my skin. I had a lot of fallout. I had to fix it way too much. So what I recommend doing is doing your actual eyeshadow first, wiping off all that fallout, and then doing the rest of your makeup. I was getting mad at this palette. Mad at it, but I was like, Gabriel, it's so pigmented. The blues, oh my God, the green, gold. This is actually my obsession right here, and it's Leo and Brixton. And that's why the green is so much more lime than this. It goes on green, but not as like bright as this. And then I put this blue on my lid and then I added the white on top just to make it really pop. So this is a beautiful palette. And then she has another one. This is the smaller one. This is what I used in my transition. This is the smaller one. Cute. Will I use this one again? Probably not. I'm not gonna lie. But I wanted to use it for this look because I used this palette. Actually, I might keep it actually because the shadows were actually really good. The quality was really good. So I'm actually gonna keep both. I'm gonna keep both. Then we have, Smashbox Matte Eyeshadow Palette. The mirror still has plastic on it. Gorgeous little palette. Great for like those soft purple, brown color eyes. For me, it's gonna be a pass. Then we have the Tarte Leave Your Mark palette. Okay, you guys, the reason why I have so many Tarte palette is because I went with Tarte to Santa Monica. They took me and my mom. They did like a mom's trip. It was really cute, really fun. This one my mom has as well because they gave us doubles of everything. Beautiful. I probably won't use that. I'm gonna get rid of it. I need to get rid of stuff. I just need to. Oh, this one's pretty. This is a Smashbox Ablaze eye palette. This almost looks like that orange one that Urban Decay had, the Naked Heat palette. Beautiful, like it, cute. Will I use it? Probably not, because I probably can just use my Natasha Denona palette. Gonna have to get rid of it. Oh, and then we have these things, you guys. These are the Natasha Denona Crystal Top Coats. They're really pretty, but like, oh, that's actually really beautiful. I want dirty little light. I'm gonna keep these. These actually remind me of the ones that Tarte had sent out in PR. They were literally pots and they were supposed to be like eyeshadow, like pressed eyeshadow things. But literally when I opened the PR, it had exploded all over the PR thing. I didn't want to like show it because I was like, ew, what is this? I threw the whole thing away. The whole thing away. I was like, ew, I'm not touching this. I'm not doing anything with it. Last, but certainly not least, we have my Z palette where I have my KKW highlight contour palette stuff that I like broke apart and I put them here. Then I have a NARS eyeshadow obsessed with. These 3 eyeshadows are from NARS, obsessed, keeping those. But this side is my Kylie Cosmetics side with a touch of ColourPop. I'm probably gonna get rid of all of them except for this Tiger Eye one. I don't use them anymore. This is the Tarteist. This was the very first one, the Tarteist Pro palette. I'm gonna purge it because I think this is expired. I'm gonna purge the Smashbox colorful one. I just need to. Yeah, so those are all the eyeshadow palettes, you guys, that I'm purging. Those are all the eyeshadow palettes that I'm keeping. I also, like, remember guys, if I did purge an eyeshadow palette and you do have it, please don't feel like you have to get rid of it. My YouTube job is to talk about makeup and to constantly like be incorporating new products. I really want to do that in 2018, incorporate more products into my channel, use more new products, adventure out. Like this eyeshadow, never done before in my entire life. I really liked it. It was really fun. Pushed myself. So I really want to do that. So if you have that eyeshadow palette and I got rid of it, please, please, please don't feel like you have to get rid of it, or if I'm telling you to get rid of it, or I'm saying it's bad. All of these eyeshadow palettes at one point in my life, I was living for, obsessed with, everything. But as time goes by, you get rid of things. I'm a hoarder. Oh my God, I'm a hoarder. Like, I'm trying to like get rid of that quality of myself. I'm a big time hoarder. And I think it's because of my mom and because I'm like, I always blame everything on me being Mexican. I've noticed that. I will say, growing up, we just kept a lot of stuff because it's like, we don't have that much, so we keep it all. So I have that like hoarding mentality. So I'm gonna get rid of all that. And I'm only gonna keep a few palettes just to push myself and push myself to try out more palettes that come in PR. I hope this was like entertaining or fun for you guys to watch. You guys, if you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of purge series and you want me to do more of these kind of like foundations, powders, highlights, bronzers, primers, setting sprays, all that stuff, let me know down in the comment section down below as well. If you are not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and until next time. Bye everyone.